How's it going, YouTube and my future self? My name is Will. Welcome back to the Lab TCG. Today we are going to be doing the May 29th business check-in. As you guys know, if you're a watcher of the channel, every month I like to take one video. I usually upload about 4 videos a month. Just take one of those videos, kind of go ahead and document just an overall check-in, how I'm feeling, how the business is doing, what's coming up, and all that stuff. So this May update is a little bit late. Usually I've been uploading these kind of a month out. This one is about a month and 2 weeks late, but we're going to be doing the check-in today. We actually have some pretty big topics to talk about, a few things that I want to be trying out. We're going to be talking about my big move to Seattle and kind of what the plans with the channel and the business are going to be while I'm doing that. So yeah, overall, this is more of a, if you really want to know about what's going on with me personally, sit back, relax, take the time to enjoy, and hopefully I remember to edit the volume on this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it. So May 29th, 2022. It is crazy to me that about a year ago, I think the first small business check-in I did was in April covering March. So just over a year now of me posting a video on this channel. I started really uploading videos in November, so it's not quite a year since I've been consistently uploading, but still the fact that I had posted a small business check-in a little over a year ago blows my mind. The channel has come so far since that, and a goal of mine has always been to have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So now I'm looking at my screen, seeing 1,520 subscribers here on YouTube. So huge thank you to everyone who has liked the videos, commented, subscribed, and all the people that I have met doing this. One of the coolest things that has come to me doing more personal branding and social media, especially here on YouTube as the forefront focus, is I have met so many cool people. Not only in the local area, I've done about 6 local deals and have 2 more scheduled this Monday. But also just emails, people talking to me about different business models, asking me for help. All of it has been a ton of fun. So first things first, thank you guys so much for 1,520 subscribers. Really happy that it's grown so much and I'm not going anywhere. So that's not true. I am going somewhere, but the channel's not going anywhere. So thank you guys so much for that. However, on the opposite side of that, it's all fun and games and all great, but starting June 8th, I'm going to be temporarily closing down the labtcg.com. Now, the reason I'm going to be doing this is because, if you don't know, if you haven't been following the channel, I personally am moving to Seattle, Washington. I currently live in Maryland, so completely across the country to pursue an internship opportunity. Now, during this time, I'm not going to be able to operate the business that I have here in Maryland, and my brother, who you guys have not met, was not interested in taking over the day-to-day operations of everything that goes on here. So I was mainly going to have him take over more of the sealed product stuff so I could keep purchasing from distributors and getting sealed product out, but he wasn't interested in that. So the best thing that I can do is to close down the site until I get back. So the internship is 3 months long, and I will be back sometime in September. So for now, the site will go down. It'll just be, hey, we're not available right now. 3 months from now, maybe back. So I figured I would do that instead of just putting everything out of stock. I don't want people going there and just seeing nothing. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. Just kind of put a closure screen on it, say, sorry, we missed you. But yeah, the site itself will be closing down. And of course, that means that my eBay and my TCG player and all the other platforms that I sell on will be closing down. I probably will still have inventory at Amazon, but that stuff sells anyways. I don't need to be there for that to do its thing. So, a little bittersweet. It sucks that I'm not going to be able to run stuff from Seattle, and I could make the attempt, but I want the focus to be on the internship that I am taking and not all the stuff that I have going on with business. So it's a little unfortunate, but at the same time, I'm not going to put the effort in to try and make the business run in Seattle. I'm living in an Airbnb, temporary housing. I don't want pallets, or not that I've ordered pallets, but I don't want cases of product showing up to that address. Just avoiding all that. So, but on the other hand, I do plan on uploading videos while I'm still out there, because I can still talk about the experiences that I've had running this business for 2 years at this point, and some of the things I've learned talking about distributors, and staying up to date on news especially would be a lot easier. So definitely going to be some channel switches. The scenery is not going to be the same. It won't be this operations that's behind me. I'm not 100% sure how all that's going to work out, but I do plan on getting a nice camera and then, getting a mic set up. That way the quality is still similar, but that's going to be its own thing, and I'll figure that out once I get there. I'm probably going to pre-record some videos just so that when I'm settling in, I don't have to be focusing on making the videos. But maybe come August, the scenery will change, and you can tell I will be in a new place. So that's going to be cool. But yeah, the channel's not going anywhere. Planning on still uploading, still interacting with the community. The Discord is going to be the best place to interact with me and the other people that follow this channel. So if you're not in the Discord already, feel free to hop into that. The link is in the description. So then, I want to talk about some of the things that I wanted to do or that I would be doing if I wasn't going to this internship, and whatnot. So the first thing that I wanted to do, and I've wanted to do this for a while. Part of it is, not having the time to put into it, but also just coming up with ideas. I'm still trying to work on the creative flow of consistently coming up with ideas to create content. But I want to go to 2 videos a week. Right now, I only upload on Tuesdays, and it's usually around 5, 6 o'clock, maybe later at night if I have other stuff going on. But I wanted to go to 2 videos a week. I've been doing 1 video a week for months now, and I think it's finally time to start making more. There's definitely a plethora of stuff I could talk about, or we could also hop into other topics, like reprinting and booster boxes, like market analysis type stuff, or even just price checking, going on TCGPlayer once a week and scrubbing all the prices and then going, okay, you guys are selling bulk lots, let's take a look at all the cards that are going to be profitable for you to pull out of your bulk every week, or just overall market analysis, because that content is a lot easier to make consistently versus the stuff that I talk about now is more of a like, okay, I'm going to teach you how to sell on TCGPlayer, and this is going to be 1 video. And then it's not, it's a little bit of a different animal to then break down each one of those things into its own video. So sticking more so with the longer form, like this is how you do this very specific thing, and then I wanted to kind of bring in like a market analysis or something like that on the other side, uploading on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now the other idea to that would be the 1 video a week and then a live stream for an hour. I wanted to get more involved with the community that I've built. We are pretty active in the Discord. I do monitor that quite frequently, and I'm constantly involved in the conversation that goes on there. But I tuned into a live stream from Nostalgianomics. Alex, if you haven't met him or haven't seen any of his videos, he's Nostalgianomics here on YouTube, and he talks about investing in Pokemon products pretty heavily. I had the chance to just kind of hang out in one of those, and the question flow and the engagement was very cool. And I want to be able to help you guys with your businesses. And I probably get 3 to 5 emails at this point a week asking me about different ways to do things, or Discord messages on questions regarding the business. And I think it would be very helpful to the people that are reaching out to me if there's, every week there's an hour for me to sit down and talk about how I do things, or like what I'm thinking about, or some of the things I want to try out. So I think, 2 videos a week or 1 video a week and 1 live stream when I come back from Seattle is totally doable, and that's something that I can see myself doing in the future. But if I wasn't going to Seattle in the next couple weeks, that would probably already be happening. But yeah, more content, not now, but eventually. That is something that I do want to end up doing. Additionally, I want to start making standard operating procedures. I have a few of these on stuff that I do. If you've worked more like structured jobs, and I mean, I don't know, if you ever worked at a franchise or a big company, really any company, I don't really know what I'm saying, they have standard operating procedures, basically a document saying this is exactly how you do this thing. I want to take everything in my business and turn it into a standard operating procedure, and then share that information with you guys, whether that's in the form of just giving it out for free, Patreon, or you order something, it comes with it. I'm not 100% sure, but like, for example, standard operating procedure on how to ship non-machinable orders. Envelope, specific outline on how you do each and everything, and then that's one standard operating procedure. How do I pack booster boxes? How do I pack 4 booster boxes? Like, very, very specific and laid out, because not only is that helpful to you guys that are looking to get into the business, but it's also helpful for me, because if I want to employ someone eventually to come and like run everything, there is very clear cut, this is how you do this thing, and then if they had questions they could ask. But that would be super helpful to someone that is coming in that doesn't have experience running a business around Pokemon, and I now have all these documents that show this is how you do this. So that's something that I thought about doing and wanted to do, just haven't had the time or the motivation to really sit down and do it, but that's something that I'd like to do, and maybe something I work on with free time while I'm in Seattle. Since I'm not going to be operating stuff, I can just muscle memory, this is how you do exactly that stuff. But that's kind of something I've been thinking of. Then when I was in New Jersey this past weekend, or 2 weekends ago, I got the opportunity to talk to someone way smarter than me about all of this stuff. They have a YouTube channel here and are doing really big things. If you guys know Danny Phantom, that's who I'm talking about. I've known Danny before. I met him this weekend again, but I hadn't seen him in many years. So had a really good chat with him and kind of talked about distribution and a few other things that I can try out in the business. And basically something that I learned is I'm probably going to need to get a third distributor. So I wanted to make a video all about that process. I know that you guys have struggled a lot with getting distributors, so I wanted to try and see if I could do it myself. Of course, I already have 2 distributors and I can leverage that to my advantage, but cold calling distributors, one in particular, and saying, hey, I have a YouTube channel and I have a website built and this is all my stuff. I work with 2 distributors, like on the phone recording myself like trying to get a distributor. And, if I ended up getting the distributor, that'd be great, because then you guys can take away stuff that I'm doing and that I'm literally recording that process on how to get a distributor, versus the other video I have on my channel that's very hypothetical of how to get a distributor. I do want to go ahead and try and do it again. So that's something that I would like to do. I do need a third distributor, and if I end up wanting to scale this business more, it's getting to the point where the distributors I have are kind of choking me from scaling more. So getting a third distributor, especially one that can more fit my needs as a smaller business, is going to be super important. So that's that, and I think it would be some good content. Additionally, I've talked about this a few times on this channel. I want to do more business-to-business transactions. Now, I do a little bit of business-to-customer. I mean, I'm not going to say that my site does a whole lot of volume in terms of sales and revenue. It does a good amount, but it's definitely not where it could be. I would like to do more business-to-business transactions, and I've kind of realized through a relationship that I've developed in the local area that the ideal business for me to operate with is pack breakers. Basically, if I can supply products at a little bit over wholesale or wholesale and then do it in mass amounts, the pack breakers can actually benefit from getting product from me not only at MSRP but also below MSRP a little bit, and kind of working out a deal there. Additionally, if they're local, that's super huge, because I can do something like I'm going to front you all this product and you acquire it at a cost, and then I take all the bulk back, and then I can do my bulk stuff here. So I want to do more business to business. Pack breakers are definitely the ideal market, but again, that's going to have to wait a few months until I get back. Then I briefly want to touch on TCGPlayer Direct. This will probably be a video that I make before I leave. TCGPlayer Direct is a very cool program. I have about 15,000 cards listed on TCGPlayer right now, and I think I'm about to do $1,000 in sales on TCGPlayer Direct in like 2-3 weeks. So it's very cool. It's been very fun. I'm still learning a lot about how all of that works, but stay tuned for a video on that. It's been a ton of fun. Also, just some like things that I've noticed. You can price cards $5 higher than they are regular, and they still sell depending on the listing and who the other sellers are. So that's pretty cool. Then it's gotten to the point in my business where I got lazy, and I have, if you haven't seen, well, I can't see over here, but there's like stacks of cards around, and it's kind of gotten to the point where my inventory has gotten a little toxic. And if you can imagine, with 15,000 cards, it would be a nightmare to audit 15,000 cards and make sure everything is good. So since I'm moving and won't be able to do a whole lot with this, I have a friend in the local area that also runs a TCGPlayer store, and I'm going to be liquidating all of my singles inventory to him. Now, I worked really hard to get to this point, so it's kind of bittersweet, but I also want to provide him the opportunity to take on all that inventory and turn it into a profit, since I can't do anything with it. And what I'm going to do with this is, when I come back, we are going to start from scratch. So the sealed product and all that stuff is going to be the more forefront focus of the business in terms of like profit generating and the bulk lots, and then the selling singles side we're going to restart once I come back with a brand new fresh set of inventory, and I'll show you guys the entire process on how to. So without further ado, that's this business check-in May 29th, 2022. Hope you guys enjoy the videos and everything. Thank you guys so much. Feel free to comment or email me if you have any questions. For the YouTube algorithm, hit the subscribe button and like the video. I will see you all in the next video. Have a great night.